Hello, clever people, and welcome to my review for Captain Marvel. So Captain Marvel is a movie starring Brie Larson, and it is the 21st film in the Marvel Cinematic Universe, and it follows the story of Captain Marvel, who is a woman fighting in an intergalactic space team. I won't give away what that is, because they didn't really reveal it in the trailer, but basically, she crash lands on Earth, and she has to try to identify a group of people, or a group of aliens that I think are called Korgs, or something like that, and they are threatening Earth and its well-being, so she is there to try to save Earth from that. But while she is there, she discovers some very interesting things about her past that relates to Earth. Captain Marvel was not a movie I was looking forward to, even though I like the MCU and I generally like the MCU movies. I wasn't looking forward to this one because I didn't think that the trailers looked very good, and I just didn't have a whole lot of confidence in the movie. I hadn't seen anything else that the directors had made, but I had no reason to be excited for a movie with them exactly for that reason. I hadn't seen anything from them. So I just went into this movie not knowing how to feel, and I walked out pretty disappointed. Disappointed might sound weird because I already wasn't looking forward to the movie, but I was disappointed because it was an MCU movie and it still kind of fell flat. And I wanted it to succeed. I want all MCU movies to succeed because not enough people in like the film community give it enough credit for giving out consistently entertaining movies that all feel like they're under the same umbrella despite having many different directors. And I always want Marvel movies to be consistently good, and this one wasn't. And I can't really, it's hard to pinpoint exactly where this movie went wrong. You can't really put blame on anyone specifically. It's not like it's the director's fault, it's not the screenwriter's fault, it's not the producer's fault. It just feels like everybody that came together and made this movie, they were focused on one thing: making a movie about women for women. Nothing wrong with that. This movie has a lot of feministic messages in it. Good, that's what it should have. And I'm not going to bash this movie at all for being a feminist film or for appealing strongly to women. I have no problem with that. My qualms and problems with this movie come in the way that it is technically made. And my biggest problem was the fact that Captain Marvel was invincible. She was a hero without boundaries. She was just powerful. She was crazy powerful. She had so much. She was perfect from the beginning, it felt like. And throughout the movie, she doesn't go through much of an arc. All she does is discover some more human things about her and embrace her humanity a little more, but from the beginning she already feels pretty human. She looks human, she talks like a human. I didn't really see, the only thing that happens is that she understands her past, but it doesn't really change her as a character. Externally her world changes, but internally she's the same person that she was from the beginning. And that honestly made her kind of a boring lead. And I feel bad for Brie Larson because a lot of people after I saw this asked me, how was Brie Larson? Was she a good lead role in a Marvel movie? I don't really know how to answer that because the taste that I got of her in this movie was with a script that didn't promote her very well because she didn't really face much of an arc. And I can't really say anything about her performance. She was fine. She delivered lines okay, even though she was given some pretty bad lines. But she didn't face any change. She didn't show any emotion because the script didn't give her any emotion to give. And the dialogue in this movie too feels very clunky and weird. It doesn't fit a lot of the time. There's a lot of one-liners in the movie that just really don't fit. I think that Captain Marvel was kind of a waste. Honestly, this movie was just kind of boring. I never really got invested in it. There was nothing that really made me interested and made me want to keep on going. It was just kind of a not great movie, and I wanted more out of this. I wanted Captain Marvel to be good, especially being the first female MCU film, and I still think there are good things about it. It's generally entertaining in a few scenes. The action isn't all that bad, even though it's a little bit hard to see, and the cinematography was a little bit wonky. I also think that the cat in it, Goose, you probably heard a bunch about the cat already, but the cat is hilarious. He is fantastic. I am so happy that he was put into the movie because it was a risk putting him in, and especially the fact that the cat got put in there without anything coming out on like what the cat really was, and when it was revealed, it was hilarious. Best part of the movie by far. A lot of the rest of the movie, I think another big problem was the comedy. It wasn't funny. There wasn't any particular joke that lasted throughout the movie. I thought that the comedy, just as it went along, it got worse and worse. And also, this movie has an over-reliance on 90s nostalgia. Again, nothing wrong necessarily with 90s nostalgia, just the way that the movie presents it, it feels like it's beating you over the head with it. So in the end, Captain Marvel isn't a terrible movie. I just don't think that it's a very good one. I wanted it to be good because the MCU deserves more credit. Honestly, the fact that they were able to assemble such an insane idea, bringing together all of these different superheroes under one umbrella, making them all similar but all different enough to be interesting, it's fascinating. We've never seen anything in Hollywood like this before, and I'm really happy that we have something like this and that I got to grow up watching all of these MCU movies. But unfortunately, this was not one that I enjoyed. I will give Captain Marvel a 4 out of 10. Alright, that concludes my review for Captain Marvel. So, what are your thoughts on this film, or what do you think of the MCU? Comment in the comment section below and let me know. I'm Robert Burke, and this has been The Clever Critics. Goodbye.